The most stylish women that I see on Instagram and in real life don't have complicated wardrobes, and they're not trend-led. They're edited. And these are the 5 pieces that I keep coming back to, and number 3 may well surprise you. The first modern classic that I won't ever regret cost me just £17, and it is a tank top from COS. Now, this was such a good tank top, bought it a couple of years ago, that last year I bought a second one. This one's slightly off-white, and I've got one in a pure white as well now. This wardrobe staple is clearly not expensive. And then another couple I have are from Amazon for £14. And these are the Amazon Essentials, and they're advertised as yoga tops. But basically they're a looser cotton tank top. My previous thinking was that they were really the domain of the young, and you may think that too. But they quietly do an awful lot of work in our wardrobe. For instance, the Amazon lightweight cotton yoga one, I've been wearing it in the winter underneath sweaters, and it's very lightweight, so it's not adding bulk underneath the sweaters, so that's really handy. But also I wear it in the summer as well, and then I wanted to add some colour too, which is why I've got a pink version. As for the COS ribbed ones, they're a great fitted shape that look fantastic in the summer underneath a loose cotton shirt. And the reason they work is because of the fitted shape means that we're not wearing a loose over loose. Look for light neutrals. They're a great basic layering piece. Darker neutrals add contrast. Avoid black if you're grey. Look for the navy instead. But they're easy to dress up and down. And then add some colour in for the summer months for interest. Fit and neckline matter far more than brand. As you can see, I didn't spend a lot of money on these. I did look for high, so as I could wear them under sweaters, as I did with the Amazon ones, and then also low, a scoop neck, but not too low, so as I can wear that with collars and with jackets. If you're more of an apple, you may prefer the Amazon lighter weight, looser look. So you may want to look for a scoop so as you can actually elongate the torso, and dark colours. And then pair them with a vertical striped shirt. And then my next would be denim. Obviously we have to have denim, but what denim? In the spring and summer, I love my white and ecru denim. Absolutely an essential. It just pairs so beautifully with those lighter seasonal colours that we wear in the spring and summer. And with Cloud Dancer everywhere, we're probably going to see quite a lot of white denim this year, in that sort of Cloud Dancer slightly off-white shade. Then what a shape? Well, straight leg is talked about an awful lot. However, I have come to the conclusion that I really don't like the slim fit straight leg, because they're too much like a skinny or a drain. You know, these are a straight leg. I'm just all hip. I've got to wear these trousers, these jeans, with a blazer. I can't wear it with a cardigan or a jacket that's coming to my hip, just widening me. So I'm still looking for a wider straight. And I also like a wide leg jean, and I've got to hold my hand up, I do like a slim barrel and carrot. But obviously a straight jean is timeless. So we're all going to be different. We're all going to have our preferences. Look for your straight jean. I mean, after all, they balance the trend-led tops that might be around. Now, if you can relate to these pieces, then please do subscribe. On TV, just scan the QR code, and that's how you can open it up to actually shop the video and subscribe. Now, everyone talks about the shirt or button down for a good reason. Absolutely a classic. But there is also another element that I think is chic and attractive and face framing, which I'll come onto. But sticking to that classic either plain or striped shirt, these are absolutely fantastic essentials for layering over a tank top, for wearing under a jacket, for wearing loose tucked into jeans on their own with no layering on top. But if we're grey and we're wearing a vertical stripe, we really want that stripe to be a slightly deeper colour so as it can add contrast to our face. Plain white could be awkward for us and a bit face draining. An open neckline, undo it down 2 buttons, and that gives that vertical look there, the V, which is of course elongating, face framing. If we're petite, it's going to make us look a little bit taller as well. If we are concerned about our shape, it's going to make us look slimmer having those 2 buttons undone. Decide what your preference is. Do you want the relaxed fit, an oversized fit, not me, or fitted? Fitted's dated. That was 1980s office to tuck into a skirt and have a smooth line. This year, now, in the last few years, it's a relaxed fit. Do you want pockets? Do you want front pockets, or do you want no pockets? Front pockets can be awkward with a jacket, but if you want the shirt to be actually the layering piece in its own right, front pockets are an attractive detail. Do you like the vertical stripes? Do you like just plain? I like both. I've got both in my wardrobe. They all have their own purpose. I have some with pockets and some without pockets. They all have their place. But avoid florals. Decide how you're going to be wearing it. Is it going to be loose over a tank or just loose anyway? Do you want to have that waist emphasis? The crop shirts are around at the moment. They're coming to just below the waist. They're not going to be easy to tuck in. They're great for a loose look. They're great for a look over a tank top. If you are going to be tucking it in, you may want a tail, but on the other hand, that tail might add bulk. So you've got to think about the purpose you're going to be wearing it. As you know, I adore the ones from Uniqlo that are part of the JW Anderson range, but they're not tuck-in shirts. They're ones to wear loose with a pair of jeans or undone over a tank top. If you want to wear a loose shirt, the traditional length that comes to the hips is going to be hip widening. So that's where the more shorter crop JW Anderson example, which we're seeing that type of shirt everywhere at the moment, is going to be more beneficial because it's coming up higher than that wider part of our hips. Look for cotton or silk because we want a breathable material. They're going to be layering in some form or another often. They're either going to be under a jacket or over a tank top or t-shirt. Avoid bulk, avoid a tail if you're not going to be tucking it in. Now, what is that detail that I find absolutely essential and cannot do without? And that is a frill neckline. So you've heard me talk so much about my frill neck shirt from Lavradoux. It's a reasonable price. It's still on sale because it's so popular, and I've had mine 3 or 4 years now. They have them in white and in navy. I believe there's other colours as well. This is in the UK, not so sure about other countries, but there are options that I will list in the description box for the USA because I have seen similar. The reason I like it is because it instantly elevates a basic like jeans or a blazer. It works with denim, trench coats, blazers, sweaters, sweatshirts. It dresses up absolutely effortlessly. It's a bit more refined than your classic straight, predictable striped shirt when you're going out, and obviously adds interest around the neckline. Trench coat. This is such a chic classic piece if it's sharp. It needs to look intentional. If the fabric's gone soft and shapeless, or the colour looks tired, or it's mucky and stained, it won't be elevating your outfit. It won't look intentional. It will just look like I'll just shove this on. So look at your existing one because you probably have one. Does the fabric still have structure? Are there any stains or dirt on it? Do the shoulders line up? Does it still have its belt? Are the belt loops still sewn on properly? If any of those boxes are ticked, it's probably old and tatty and time to replace it. And what colour is it? Classic beige always looks elevated. But the reason it's worth having one is because it pulls your outfits together. It works across the seasons apart from winter, and it's not trend dependent. So you're not wasting your money by investing in a good trench coat. Now, trainers. This is the piece that can make our wardrobe look modern. It's where comfort and style meet for us in our footwear, because quite often, frankly, they don't, do they? Footwear can be very uncomfortable. 2026, the retro trainer is the thing, and I am loving the look of the retro trainers. Look for the Adidas, the Tokyos and the SL72s, both fantastic looking shoes and many colours. It's so wonderful to actually have a modern looking, even though they're retro, shoe we can walk in. And we get so much wardrobe flexibility with these, especially if you're going to go for a neutral colour. I do have some Tokyos in a blue, this colour blue, but I wear this blue so much. That then creates the sandwich look for me. So I'm topping and tailing in that colour. Now do look, if you're not vegan, look for real leather because it's a world of difference. I did order some Adidas once that weren't real leather and I sent them back because there was no movement in them. They were incredibly stiff, very uncomfortable, no give, and there was never going to be any give because they were so plasticky. Other trainers I absolutely love are my HOFF city trainers. I've had these a couple of years. They're named after cities and mine are Toulouse, which I don't believe are around at the moment, but under each shoe there, when you put the two together, you actually get a image of the city. So I've got HOFF Toulouse with a yellow sole and an image of Toulouse Cathedral there when you put the two together. And it's a bit of fun if you see somebody else in a HOFF city trainer, you say, can I have a look at the sole? Because he's curious. It's a bit of a club, really. Now for those, I selected a neutral colour because we're wearing white jeans and wearing other colours and so on in our day-to-day life. We do want some neutral trainers. Another neutral one that I've got that a lot of people are buying at the moment are New Balance. And the beauty of these is they're breathable. It's a sort of a netting material here. Very comfortable. All of my trainers are comfortable right from the start. I can wear them without socks. I've never had to have any wearing in of them. They've never created blisters for me. So the Tokyos, the HOFFs and the New Balance, highly recommend all of those as an absolute essential. These trainers and sneakers, they're what we can wear all day and still look put together and modern. Now there's a couple of others that can make our outfits work harder, very, very easily and very, very cheaply. One is the neck scarf. I'm absolutely loving the fact they're on trend at the moment. There's so much availability. And by wearing it just as a little tie at the neck, I'm wearing it in a way that I didn't in the past. So I'm not looking like a 1980s throwback in the office. And what we can do is get those scarves out that have been festering in our drawers and wear them. Then belts. Not only do they keep our trousers up, but they create tensional shape, especially with looser denim. They can add contrast to monochromatic outfits. They can make an outfit look styled and not accidental. It's that finishing touch, that third element or fourth element that you're putting together with your outfit. It can bridge your tops and your bottoms if the balance feels off or the contrast feels off. Belts are those small pieces that quietly do an awful lot of heavy lifting. Now over to you. Tell me in the comments, what are your 5 essentials? And then you may want to know what of the 2026 trends I'm interested in wearing. And that's here.